It's the last day of school at Crestview High, and everyone's buzzing with excitement. Summer's just around the corner, and the seniors are ready to break free. Our main guy, Nick Carter, is no exception. He's a senior, and he's been counting down the days to graduation. But today, something feels off. Nick's your typical high school senior, easygoing, loves a good joke, and can't wait to leave Crestview behind. He's got his best friends, Jake and Sam, by his side, and they're all set to make this last day unforgettable. But as they say, be careful what you wish for. The day starts off normal enough. They've got their yearbooks in hand, ready to collect signatures, and they're planning to hit up the big end-of-year party later that night. As they walk through the halls, they're laughing and reminiscing about all the crazy stuff that's happened over the years. "Man, remember the time we snuck into the teacher's lounge and swapped out the coffee for decaf?" Jake says, grinning. Nick laughs. "Mrs. Thompson was so cranky that day." Classic. They head to their first class, English, with Mr. Johnson. He's one of those cool teachers who actually makes class fun. But today, he seems a bit distracted, almost nervous. Nick notices, but shrugs it off. It's probably just the end-of-year stress. The morning flies by, and soon it's lunchtime. The cafeteria is packed, the noise level at an all-time high. Nick, Jake, and Sam grab their usual spot by the window. They dig into their food. They're halfway through their sandwiches when the power suddenly goes out. The entire cafeteria plunges into darkness, and everyone falls silent. "What the hell?" Sam mutters. "Must be a power outage," Nick says, trying to sound casual. "It'll come back on in a minute," but it doesn't. A minute passes, then 2, then 5. The cafeteria remains dark, and a murmur of unease spreads through the students. Nick's starting to feel a bit on edge, but he tries to brush it off with a joke. "Guess we'll just have to eat in the dark. Hope no one's got a food fight planned." Jake chuckles, but it's forced. Eventually, a teacher comes in with a flashlight, telling everyone to stay calm and head back to their classrooms. Nick, Jake, and Sam make their way through the dim hallways, the usually familiar school now feeling like a maze of shadows. Back in class, the power's still out. Mr. Johnson tries to keep things normal. But it's clear everyone's on edge. Nick can't shake the feeling that something's not right. He glances at the clock, but it's stopped. Time seems to drag on forever. Finally, the principal's voice crackles over the intercom, sounding distorted and strange. "Attention, students and staff, due to unforeseen circumstances. We're dismissing school early today. Please gather your belongings and leave the building in an orderly fashion." A cheer goes up from the students, but Nick doesn't share their enthusiasm.